Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Srila Prabhupada ki Shri Gaunitai ki
Ram हृदय हे नरसिंहा नरसिंहा मदिं शरणं प्रपदे तव करकमलवरे हे नाथा अद्भुत श्रीमा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु वनुवृन्दा केशवगीता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे भगवान की भक्त राजप्रहलाद महाराज की श्री प्रभुपाद की जय जय गौर प्रेमानंदे जय
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजगाचार्य स्तोत्र शत श्रीमद् डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजगाचार्य स्तोत्र शत श्रीमद् भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। आनंद कोटि वैष्णवन की जय। नमाचार्य ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम श्री कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंद राधा कुंद के गोवर्धन की जय। वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा धाम की जय। द्वारका धाम की जय। नवदीप धाम की जय। गंगा माई की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। यमुना माई की जय। तुलसी देवी की जय। समवेद भक्त बंद की जय। निताय गौ प्रेमानंदे हरि। All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories to assemble devotees. All glories go to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Itinami Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvasesha Sunyavadi Pasatyadistari Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari.
Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Iskcon Burlington. I see some, I think there's maybe some people that may have come for the first time. So welcome to all of you. My name is Jagannath Mishra Das. On behalf of the Temple Council, I warmly welcome you. So I'll ask everyone to please come to the front. So please, if you can stand and move a few rows up to the front. Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you. So, yeah, you can stay. If you come for the first time, please stay. Come, Prabhu. So just put up your hand if you come for the first time. I think I see one on this side. One person? Yes? You come for the first time? No? Okay. All right. All right. So we have some gift bags that people have come for the first time. We have some gift bags for you. So I'll just give you a rundown of the program. And we hope that you can stay right to the end. So please come right to the front. There's some empty chairs. We'll also ask the mothers to please come. You stand up and please come to the front. Okay. All right. So the program we just had Arti. So today's a special program. As you can see, we have something in the front, and I'll explain to you what that is. So today we have a special program called the Nityananda Appearance Day, which actually was yesterday. So who's Nityananda? Does anyone not know who is Lord Nityananda? Don't worry. I did not know some time back. So if you don't know, that's okay. You can raise your hand. Anyone that does not know who is Lord Nityananda? So just one person? Everyone knows? Okay. 2 people? Okay. So if you know, then you'll be asked questions. If you don't know, then you won't be asked questions. Okay? Okay, so if it's good if you put up your hand. Okay. All right. That's okay. Just you always. So you don't know. Okay. Actually, I don't know either. We cannot know Lord Nityananda. That's the answer. We can never know him. So he's the one that sustains everything. Okay? He's the one that is, because of him, we're here. Okay? So it might sound like a profound statement, but we will understand in the class what that is. So he's a forebearer of everything that sustains existence, basically. That's what he is, okay? He's called Mul Shankarshan. So Shankarshan is the one that basically runs the entire existence for the entire universe and all of the universes. He's none other than Lord Krishna in the form of causing existence, okay? Like that, okay? Sandhani, like that. So Sandhani means existence, like that. But we'll explain that more later on. So he's none other than Lakshman, which I'm sure you're more familiar with, and he's none other than Balaram, which I'm hopefully sure that you know, okay? So he comes as Nityananda, and we'll explain him. So the class, which will begin in a few minutes, will go from now until 6:30. So we'll have a class for the adults here, and the children have gone downstairs for their class, and then we'll have some kirtan. So during the kirtan, we have a special program in which we will offer flowers, so that's called Pushpa Abhishek, so offer flowers to the deities. So on the altar, if you look at the altar, you see the effulgent form of Lord Nityananda. When you look to the altar, he's on our left, and on the right is his younger brother, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So they're none other than Krishna and Balaram combined. So they come to deliver us, like that. So today we'll get a chance to offer them flowers after the class, and you all can come up. You can wash your hands. Someone will be there to help you. Pujaris will be there to help you, and you can offer the flowers, and then that time the kirtan will go on like that. So that will be from 6:30 to 7, and then 7 o'clock is Prashadam, and then we'll wrap up like that. Okay? So thank you so much. So if anyone's coming for the first time, there's some gift bags at the front, and we'll start with that. Hare Bol. Any questions? No? Okay. All right. So what we'll do is we'll do some chanting for the first 3 minutes. Okay, so you can, if you have your bead bags with you, that's great. If you don't, you can follow along with your fingers. Okay, so with your fingers, there's 12 marks, and you can go like that. So what we're going to be chanting is something called the Mahamantra, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So the words are Hare Krishna. You can repeat after me. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai. All right, so we'll do it for 3 minutes, and then we'll start with the class. We won't do Jai Radhamata today because we'll incorporate Kirtan in the class. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Svasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai. Okay, so now we'll start with the class. So the class is called the Embodiment of Mercy, Lord Nityananda. So let's put our hands in the air and say, Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda. Lord Nityananda. Jai. It's said that if you say Lord Nityananda once, then sins of unlimited lifetimes are absolved like that. Okay? So that's the power of his name. Okay, so today, first of all, we'll do the opening pranam mantras, and then we'll start with the section on Lord Nityananda. So you can say this is just a bridge version. Om Gyan Timrandasya Gyan Nanjana Shlakaya Chakshul Metam Yena Tasmei Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapatantikam Nama Om Vishdaya Krishna Prasaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Tinamine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharne Nirvishesha Shanyavadi Pashtadeshatarne Vanchakalpatarobhishya Kripa Sindhupa Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Swasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Jai. I was born darkness and ignorance. My spiritual master opened my eyes with torch and knowledge. I offer on sacred basis unto him. Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Gurudev ki jai. All right. So with that, we'll sing. We'll do this. This is the Pranam mantra of the Panch Tattva. Okay. Some of you are familiar with the Pranam mantra of the Panch Tattva. Okay. So what we just did is when you do Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, it's the Panch Tattva Maha Mantra. Okay. But the Panch Tattva Pranam mantra is different from that. Okay, so some of you might be familiar with it. So Panch Tattva Atmakam Krishna Bhakta Rupa Surupakam Bhaktavtaram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam. Okay, so that's the Pranam mantra for the Panch Tattva. The other one that we say Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, that actually is the Maha mantra of the Panch Tattva, and that actually was given by whom? Does anyone know where that comes from? Was a Praman. It's by Jagannath Das Babaji. So Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj is an acharya in our line, coming from Lord Krishna. He's the one that gave that Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya. It comes from Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, who was here in the 18th century, like that. Okay, the latter part of the 18th century, late 1700s, early 1800s, and so forth. So we'll ask you to repeat after me. We'll go through some pranams to get the mercy of the Lord. Okay. So here we go. Please read after me. Nityanandam aham vande. Karne lambita muktikam. Chaitanya agraja rupena. Prithvi krita bhutalam. So the first part, that is Nityanandam aham vande. That is, I offer my salutations to you, my obeisances. Aham vande. Then the next part is Kana Lambita Moktikam. That is, Lord Nityananda has one earring suspended from his left ear. Okay? There's a story behind that. Maybe if we have time, we'll talk about that. And if you don't, then you'll have to find out. Okay? Then the next part is Chaitanya Agraja Rupena. That he is none other than the Lord Chaitanya. He's an extension of Lord Chaitanya in his service. Okay? Then Prithvi Krita Bhutalam. That is, he's the one that purifies the entire earth and purifies our existence. Prithvi Krita Bhutalam. Like that, okay? Actually, Pavitra Krita Bhutalam. That he makes us pure. So I have no qualifications to talk about Lord Nityananda because he is the Supreme Personality Godhead and I'm just a Jiva Atma, so who am I to explain this? But it is a service. So we're doing the service simply to purify my tongue. That's why. Today we have a very special treat because we are getting much more than we can imagine. What is that special treat? Is that we're getting something that we always ask from sadhus. Okay? When you go to sadhu, the first thing you ask the sadhu is, give me good health, give me a good wife, give me a good job, give me a good bank balance, like that, change my kundali, like that, Sometimes you ask for a sadhu like that. But what Nityananda does, he does not give you those things. He gives you the highest thing. And what is the highest thing? Krishna Prem, okay? And we'll explain to you what is the meaning of Krishna Prem, because Krishna Prem is something that people might not be familiar with. So we'll explain that. And why Lord Nityananda is the most merciful of all lords is because he gives us causes of mercy. Causes means that even when we least deserve it, he gives the most to us. And also, he gives it to the people that are the least deserving, okay? So two things. He gives it when it's not deserved, and second is that he gives it when people that are least deservable, okay? He gives it to the people that are so-called most fallen. That's his unique thing, okay? That's why he's none other than Lord Krishna in the most merciful form. He comes as Kripa Avatar, okay? As Kripa Avatar. So what is this Krishna Prem? Lord Krishna instructs a bit about Krishna Prem in the Bhagavad Gita, but very little. Then Lord Chaitanya comes later as Lord Chaitanya, about 4,500 years later. Krishna came about 5,000 years ago, and 4,500 years later, Lord Chaitanya comes alongside Lord Nityananda Lord Chaitanya shows us by his own example, Krishna Prem, and what does Lord Nityananda do? He showers it us. He gives it to us without any asking for it. That is why he is so merciful. So what is Krishna Prem? Krishna Prem means that without getting into, a fairy tale, that means tomorrow you'll get up and Krishna will come to your house and say, let's go to the pasturing grounds. Okay, with the cows. That's Krishna Prem. Tomorrow, imagine that Krishna calls you up and says that bring my bugle and bring my sandals. Okay, that is Krishna Prem, because Krishna is ordering you directly and you're serving Krishna. And then the another form of Krishna Prem is you're actually witnessing Krishna being bound to the wooden grinding mortar by his mother Yashoda. You're actually there in the courtyard of Nanda Maharaj witnessing that scene. That is Krishna Prem. Okay? So Lord Nityananda gives you the open door to get to Krishna Prem, real life Krishna Prem in action. Things that we hear about, we will get a chance to participate in these pastimes. That is what is Krishna Prem. So everything that we say in class today is based on our scriptures. Nothing is outside the scriptures. It comes from very scriptures and so forth. So everything is based on Praman, evidence based on Vedic knowledge. Lord Nityananda is basically the junction point. So just like in your electrical circuits in the house, you have a junction point. Lord Nityananda is a junction point between all the creation and the highest source of creation, which is Radha Krishna. So he's the one that actually brings you to the Guru, to Radha Krishna. That's what his service is, okay? And we know that we cannot get any further in Krishna consciousness unless we surrender to Lord Nityananda. So if you don't surrender to Lord Nityananda, it is very, very difficult. In fact, it is impossible to get to Radha Krishna. You have to go through Nityananda to get to Radha Krishna, okay? You might try that, but ultimately it will not happen, because it is said in the Shastras many, many times, and the Acharyas say that you have to go through Nityananda to go to Lord Krishna. So it reminds me of past time of the power of a guru. So one time, back about in 1989, so how many people have been to the Iskcon Chopati temple in Girgaon, in Mumbai? No one has? No? One person has, okay? All right. So that's called the Radha Gopinath Temple, okay? So back in 1989, they had their 25th anniversary, okay? So at that time, for the 25th anniversary, they had Shyam Sundar Prabhu, who was a personal secretary and servant of Srila Prabhupada, and Radhanath Swami give a class, okay? So during the class, Shyam Sundar Prabhu said that in front of this temple, where this temple is about half an hour from Juhu temple, right? I'm sure most of you people have been to the Juhu temple. This is about a half-hour drive from there. But anyhow, the point is that Shyam Sundar said that back in the 70s, Prabhupada came out, he gave a class at the Bhakti Vidyapit that actually used to be just across from the temple. Maybe it still is. And at that time, the temple that stands now, the famous Radha Gopinath temple that you hear a lot of classes from on YouTube, right? A lot of wonderful devotees come out from the temple. At that time, Prabhupada pointed his cane when he came out the Bhakti Yoga pit, and he said that, I want a temple here. Okay, he just pointed the cane, and nothing happened after many years, But then what happened is that slowly the deities started coming, Radha Gopinath came, and slowly this center, which used to be a coaching center, is now a flourishing temple. And so much so you see many devotees living around the temple, okay? You have to go to this temple to witness it, okay? So this temple has been so powerful that its preaching efforts are going around the world. You see like devotees going around the world, coming from this one small temple that was almost non-existent. So that shows that if we get sadhus coming to this center here in Burlington, like, sannyasis and wonderful preachers, and if they just plant their feet here, then maybe one day we'll also have a temple like Radha Gopinath here in Burlington. So that's that. So today we should pray to Lord Nityananda to give us that mercy. If you're going to ask one thing, let's humbly pray to Lord Nityananda that we can get our own center here at Iskcon Burlington like that. All right. So who's Lord Nityananda? Okay, so we talked a bit about some pranams. We talked about some of the background, why he's so merciful. Now we'll talk about who he actually is. So he's very mysterious. He's very difficult to understand. He might seem easy, but some of the things when you read about him, which we will touch upon in brief detail, are very mysterious. But yet, the key thing to take home is that he is very merciful. If you want mercy, go to Lord Nityananda. So first we'll talk a bit about philosophy, and then we will talk about stories, right? It's like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, we first go through some philosophy, right? And then we go into Leela. So similarly, we'll do that, because philosophy removes our doubts. It removes our misconceptions, like that. And if we remove our doubts and misconceptions, then it becomes much, much easier to understand the stories. Because behind every story, there's another story. The story is not like a story. You know, it's like not like some kid going to the grocery store and baking up some Wonder Bread. It's not simple like that. It is more to that than the story. So here's the philosophy, okay? So we say that when the Lord comes, the Lord, one of the things that he does is that he expands, okay? That he creates copies of himself, okay? So that's a crude meaning of expansion, that he creates copies of himself, right? Like, for example, we know that there are the Dasavatars, right? There's Matsya, Kurma, Vraha, Nrsimha Dev, you know, there's Parshuram, in that order, all the way to Kalki, right? So it's Dasavatars like that. So these are exact copies of the Lord, okay? So when Lord comes, he expands. That's the word that is used in scriptures, expansion. So when Krishna expands, he does it in two ways, okay? The first that is that he makes an exact copy of himself, okay? So that's called Prabhav Prakash. Can you repeat after me? Prabhav Prakash. Louder. And the other one is called Vibhav Prakash. Vibhav Prakash. Okay, so Prakash is his effulgence. Prabhav is that he creates an exact copy as himself in terms of his mood and in terms of his complexion, okay, like that. So what is Prabhav Prakash? When he's dancing in the Ras Leela, he creates all these innumerable forms, 16,108 forms at the very least, like that. And of course, many, many crores after that. But all these forms are exactly the same as Lord Krishna, okay? But similarly, he also expands as Vibhav Prakash. So Lord Krishna is called Ghanshyam. Ghanshyam basically means that he is thick like a dark monsoon cloud. Okay, that's the color of Lord Krishna. But he also expands as a white spring cloud. Okay, if you look in the spring, there's a white cloud. They say that the color of the cloud resembles Vibhav Prakash. And who is the prime example of Vibhav Prakash? Any guesses? Yes, Lord Balaram, or Nityananda Balaram. Okay, Nityananda Balaram. So he's Vibhav Prakash. He's exactly non-different than Lord Krishna, but the difference is that his mood and his complexion is different. Krishna is blackish and Balaram is whitish, okay? So we have to be careful that we do not call Krishna as black, Balaram as white, okay? Prabhupada makes that term whitish, blackish. It's not like black, like, you know, something that's black here. It's like the speaker, it's not black, okay? This is a transcendental black. It's beyond what we can conceive as being black, okay? Like that. So going one step further, Krishna is God, and so is Balaram, right? Balaram is Supreme God, and so is Krishna God, right? Anyone that doesn't agree with that, you can raise your hand and we can discuss more. So let's say, for example, that Krishna is God, not only God, but he's the supreme source of God. And similarly, Balaram has the same potencies as Krishna, no different. Krishna has 6 opulences: fame, renunciation, wisdom, beauty. Balaram also has these 6 opulences in full. Krishna has 64 transcendental qualities. Of course, he has many unlimited qualities. And similarly, Balaram also has 64 transcendental qualities, okay? Like that. Balaram has no less than that. Krishna has the Ras Leela, and Balaram, of course, has the Ras Leela with his camp of gopis, right? Krishna steals, and Balaram also steals. When does Balaram steal? He steals to his plow and his club, okay? So he also steals, okay? Like that. And he steals our heart towards to go to Lord Krishna. So Krishna steals Makhan, Balaram steals our hearts, okay? However, there is a difference. Achintya Beda Abeda Tattva. That is that in Krishna consciousness, there's a term called simultaneously different and non-different, like that. Achintya Beda Abeda Tattva, thanks to Lord Chaitanya. So it's like this. Lord Chaitanya is like the eyeball, and Lord Nityananda is the eyelid. Or Balaram is like the eyelid, and Krishna is like the eyeball. The eyelid is always protecting the eyeball. We see Balaram protecting Krishna so many times, okay, like that. And similarly in the Chaitanya Leela, Lord Nityananda and the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are basically protecting one another, okay, like that, in their Leela. So when Krishna comes, Balaram comes with him. When Ram Bhagwan comes, Lakshman comes with him, thank you. When Vishnu does a Leela, who comes with him? Sheshnag, yes, okay? Sheshnag comes and serves his bed. When the Supreme Personality Lord comes in the form of Radharani, how does Lord Nityananda come? A little tricky. How does he come? He comes as his younger sister, right? As Ananga Manjari. Okay, so Ananga Manjari, when Lord Krishna comes or expands as Radharani, then Lord Nityananda also expands as her younger sister called Ananga Manjari. Okay? And when Krishna comes as Bhagwan, then Lord Nityananda comes as Adi Guru. Okay, so he's the Guru of all Gurus. Lord Nityananda or Balaram is the Supreme Guru. So all Gurus that we have here, they all descend from Balaramji. Okay. Therefore, the Acharyas say, Brajendra Nandan ye, Sachistita hole se, Balaram hoile nitai. That is that Brajendra Nandara is none other than the son of Sachi. That is Lord Chaitanya. And Balaram hole nitai, that Balaram is none other than Nitai. Okay, or Nityananda, according to Narottam Das Thakur. Balaramji gives us spiritual strength. Okay, he gives us spiritual strength. Now, continuing on philosophy, I hope no one goes to sleep because it's important. So if you catch this, then you'll catch the rest of the class. Okay. So Jiva Goswami, one of the Acharyas, say that if you ask Krishna, who is the Supreme Personality Godhead, what will Krishna say? He'll say, I am, right? Krishna, because there's no one higher than Krishna, he'll say, I am the Supreme Lord. If you ask Balaram, who is Supreme Personality Godhead, what will Balaram say? What do you think? Yes, he will point to Krishna. He will not say, I am, although he is. He'll say, Krishna is Supreme Personality Godhead. Okay? But yet, they're the same person, except one is blackish and one is whitish. Okay? Now, Krishna is fixed. His swarup, that is, you cannot change it. He's fixed in the mood that you have to serve me, okay? That's his swarup. That is that his swarup is called his abhiman, or that is ego, so-called ego, is that I am Sevya Bhagwan. That is, you have to serve me, okay? You got that? He expects service from us, even from Balaram. He expects service, okay? He expects service. And of course, Krishna serves Balaram, but Balaram, he expects service from even Balaram, okay? And everyone, ourselves. So he's known as Sevya Bhagavan or Sevya Abhiman. That is his ego. Okay? Whereas Balaramji is always there to give affection and serve Krishna. So there he's called Sevak Bhagavan. Okay? Or Sevak Abhiman. That is, his nature is to always serve. Got that? So one is Sevya, accepting service, and the other one is to give service. Sevak Bhagavan. Okay? Is that okay so far? All right. So Krishna is always fixed in the mood that he is Supreme God, and he knows and expects that. And he says that many times in Bhagavad Gita, Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. Yeah, no? Yeah, like that. Like that. Many, many times in the Bhagavad Gita. But Balaram, who's none other than Lord Nityananda, is very much in the mood of serving Krishna or Lord Chaitanya. That's his mood. Okay? So therefore, he says that Lord Nityananda says that Lord Chaitanya is my Lord, and that serving him is my mission. All right? Now, if you go one step further, it is said, now, Lord Nityananda enjoys serving Krishna. Like sometimes, we don't like doing service, right? Like suppose I call someone up and say, okay, tomorrow you have to come early to temple. You'll say yes because, they know I'm the president. But maybe in the back of their mind, they might say, oh, why is Jagannath Mishra always picking on me, right? But Nityananda is not like that, right? He is always ready to engage in service, okay? And what is the proof of that? So as we said in class, we'll do some kirtan. So now we'll do some little bit of kirtan, and at the end we'll do a little kirtan, okay? So tie this with a little bit of symphony, okay? All right, so this is a verse from Chaitanya Charitamrita from the first Adi Leela 15208, okay? 1528, okay? So you can repeat after me. Prema Mata Nityananda Kripa Avatara Uttama Adama Kichu Nakara Vichara. Prema Prema Mata Nityananda Kripa Avatara Uttama Atama Kichu Nakare Vichara. So Prema Mata means that he is entirely intoxicated with love. Okay, so Lord Nityananda, his feature is that he is intoxicated with the love of doing service. Okay, that's Lord Nityananda. And he doesn't want to change that. In fact, he takes on more service. And because he is always engaged in service, he can also give you mercy to the mood of service. That's Lord Nityananda. And because of that, when one is engaged in service of the Lord, then Uttama Adama, that is something that is very distasteful or something that is very pure, that person cannot distinguish. Okay? Like we read in the Bhagavad Gita, we should, when we come to a certain level, we should not consider a stone, a pebble of gold to be different from that of something, that's distasteful. These things are all the same. So Lord Nityananda is the paragon or the emblem of that. Adama Uttama Kichunaha Kara Vichar. Vichar means the truth. That is, he knows that there's nothing good or bad. Therefore, whether you're fallen or whether you're top class, he is always ready to give you mercy. Okay? That's the thing. All right. Is that okay so far? Now, we talked about the nature of Lord Nityananda. Now we'll talk about some of his leelas or pastimes. In Chaitanya Bhagavat is a book that was written by his disciple, in fact his last disciple, Vrindavan Das Thakur. So Lord Nityananda had many disciples, and his last disciple was Vrindavan Das Thakur. So he wrote a biography, both on Lord Chaitanya, but more on Lord Nityananda. It says that by chanting Lord Nityananda's name, which he just did a few minutes ago, that he even forgives one who does the highest offense. What is the highest, most form of offense? Yes, thank you, Vaishnava Prad. So if you chant Lord Nityananda's name, he does not even consider Vaishnava Prad. That is how merciful Lord Nityananda is, okay? And that's according to Vrindavan Das Thakur. So what does Nityananda do? He removes the fences of offenses, okay? Any offense, all these fences that we build by doing Vaishnava Prad, Nama Prad, when you're doing chanting, our mind goes off, that's called Nama Prad. He removes these fences, okay? Not that we should do these things, but we have someone who will, deliver us, but not in that mindset. He will do it, but we should not commit these offenses over and again. That's how powerful his name is, Lord Nityananda's name. And I said earlier, just by saying Nityananda once, let's say that again. Nityananda. You remove lifetimes of sins like that. They just vanish very easily. Just like that. Yes, Prabhu. There you go. You're pure. But then if you commit another sin, then the clock recalculates like that, okay? All right. Now, there's a story that, now Prabhupada also comes as an agent of Lord Nityananda, okay? So we have to accept that. Because if it wasn't for Prabhupada, then would we be here? No, we would not be here, right? So Srila Prabhupada is the modern day representative of the mercy of Lord Nityananda. So one time the story goes is that one of his disciples, his name was Chaitya Guru. Okay, he was from a Sikh background. He would drive around the devotees and Prabhupada around Mumbai and he helped with the construction or getting funds for the Juhu temple back in the 70s. But then what happened was that he was initiated, but then he sort of fell away from the movement. Okay, he sort of left the movement for some time because he's attracted some this yogi who used to live on the Juhu beach, and he frequented him. So that's what association does. When he started associating with yogi, this bogi yogi, then what happened was that he went to the beach and he learned these signs by which one can pass a coin into one ear and out the other ear. So that's what he did for many years. He learned the science of passing a coin through one ear and out the other ear, okay? So one of the disciples of Prabhupada, he was a sannyasi. He said, this person is finished, He's like left Prabhupada and gone to this bogi yogi just to learn the science of passing the coin through one ear out the other. He's finished, okay? He told Prabhupada, he's finished. Prabhupada said, you do not know, he looked him in the eye. Prabhupada said to the sannyasi, he said, you do not know the limit of the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Okay, he just said that. He said that to him. He didn't understand what Prabhupada meant, okay? And then this devotee came back. This person that left, he came back and Prabhupada gave him sannyas, okay? he came sannyas, and this person left again. He left again, and then many years the sannyasi told Prabhupada, he was surprised that this person is still on some spiritual path, but he's not on Iskcon, but he's on this path, So the essence of the story is that Prabhupada, the sannyasi says that Prabhupada never, is actually very, very rare. He said this 3-4 times, that it's very, very, very rare that Prabhupada actually ever neglected someone. He never disowned someone. Once they came to Prabhupada, he would never leave anyone. That's the power of Srila Prabhupada. And that's because of Lord Nityananda. And at the end of class, I'll share you another pastime of the connection between Srila Prabhupada and Lord Nityananda. So just hold that for now. Now, you've all heard the story of Jagai Madai, right? Is there anyone that hasn't heard it? Please don't feel shy. Just put your hand if you haven't heard the story of Jagai Madai. Okay, so 1 or 2 people have not heard the story. Now, nowadays, you just turn on the news, this news, that news, Apple News, CBC. The first 5 parts of the news are all about demons, okay? We won't mention their names, but we know who these demons are, okay? This demon, this country, that demon, that country. But these demons are like mini puppets. If you go back about 400 or 500 years ago, there's these Maha-demons, okay? Like you've heard of, like Ravan, Hiranyakashipu. They were big demons. And these demons were actually expansions of these demons. They're called Jagai and Madai, okay? So they came as demons in previous times when Lord Krishna comes, as Kumkaran, like that, Ravana, Hiranyakashipu. This time they came as Jagai Madai. So these were the topmost demons, okay? They did everything. There's no sin that they could not commit. What they did, they murdered people, drank their blood. These are actual brahmanas, but due to bad associations, started doing all these bad things. They raped women, plundered people's land, put people's houses on fire. If you just look them in the eye, they would do that. You would not even be your enemy, but they would do all these things even if you're not in their bad books, okay? They're like worse than gundas, okay? Worse than gundas. They would come out and purposely go after you just because you didn't like your hairstyle or perfume that you're wearing. They would attack you. So these were Jagai Madai, but they got the mercy of Lord Nityananda. Now, if you go into the scriptures, there's actually someone that's even worse than them. Okay, does anyone know who's worse than Jagai Madai at that time? There actually was someone worse than them, and they lived in the same place in West Bengal. Okay, actually it was called Bengal at that time. There's a place there's a river along Bengal called the Padma River. Okay, and there's a place called Gadarhal. Gadarhal is a village along the Padma River. And in Gadarhal, there's this zamindar, so like a local representative government, a zamindar by the name of Raghavendra Rai. Okay, so Bengali by the name of Raghavendra Rai. Does anyone know him by any chance? Okay, thank goodness. Okay, you don't want to know him. He had 2 sons, okay? He had 2 sons, one by the name of Chanda and one by the name of Subhash Roy. Okay? So Chanda and Subhash were dacoits. Okay, these were Maha dacoits, very bad dacoits. So what they did is that they did everything that Jagai Madai did, but 10 times more. So much so that Yamaraj was observing all this. So Yamaraj, the agent who keeps a video, just like we have Sati, who's not Yamaraj, but he takes videography. Anything you do, it's on record, right? But Yamaraj takes a videography of everything you do, okay? Whether you're sleeping, eating, anything you're doing. And then he plays it back to his assistant called Chitragupt. So they're observing these 2 dacoits, Subhash Roy and Chandra Roy, and Yamaraj said these have gone beyond Jagai Madai. This is a true story. And Chitragupt said yes. In fact, it says that when Chitragupt was doing the accounting, we have some accountants here, right? We have 2 accountants. When he's doing accounting, he went into depression because he could not keep up with all the sins that were being committed by Jagai Madai. But Chitragupt said that he was completely exhausted just keeping up with all the sins of Subhash and Chandra. So what to do? So then what happened was that one time, this Chandra Roy, who was the worst of the 2, just like Madai was worse than Jagai, right? Because he's the one that threw the wine pot and hit Nityananda, right? So he was the worst of 2. He was attacked one night by a Brahman Rakshasa. So Brahman Rakshasa means a Brahmin who has done some bad things, and he committed suicide, and the ghost of his body went and into the body of Chandaroy. So Chandaroy is completely, he was completely bedridden like that. Okay, he stopped doing all his bad things. He's completely bedridden, and his father was very worried what to do. They called all the physicians and Kaviraj in the area, couldn't cure him. Then what happened? Somehow they got the name that this personality called Narottam Das Thakur was in that vicinity, and they sent a letter, but it did not get to him. Then sometime afterwards, they managed to send another letter, and then somehow by the power of Lord Nityananda, Narottam Das came and he basically delivered these two dacoits. He actually delivered them and they made them Vaishnavas. Okay? So Narottam Das Thakur, you might not know him, but just take it that he is one of our acharyas. He's the one that has written all the bhajans, many of the bhajans for Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, like that. Okay, we sing like that. For example, in the morning, we sing, a wonderful bhajan, Shri Guru, Vandanam, like that. Shri Guru Charana Padma. That's written by Narottam Das Thakur, like that. Many bhajans are written by him. So it is said that Narottam Das Thakur is an incarnation of Lord Nityananda. Okay? It is said like that. Because when he appeared, Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had already left this world. Okay? Left this world. So it is said by some acharyas that he's an incarnation. So he came and delivered this Chanda Roy and, Subhash Roy, who were much worse than Jagai and Madai. So that goes to show. So in the last few minutes we're actually a little ahead here. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he says that Lord Nityananda is our hope against hope. That is that there's no one so fallen that he cannot be delivered by Lord Nityananda. Okay, so it does not mean that we should fall. I'm not encouraging falling here, okay? That's tomorrow we go to a bar and test Lord Nityananda. We start drinking Johnny Walker or Shiva Regas, 5-6 times, get drunk and expect Nityananda will come and save us. No, it doesn't work like that, You have to be like high class demon, Not even like the demons we have on news now, but much, much high class, Like Hiranyakashipu, like really high class, okay? Then Lord Nityananda will come, like that, right? He will still come, but maybe he'll send someone else. But Lord Nityananda may not come directly, and therefore Prabhupada has come, right? So Srila Prabhupada has come to save us. So there's many bhajans, and the essence of bhajans is that, all glories to Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Nityan and Narottam Das Thakur, that these bhajans, when we do bhajans, sometimes we think that these bhajans, why are you doing these bhajans, right? Let's just deviate for a moment. But doing bhajans is something that is central to our movement, right? Like Prabhupada liked bhajans. Bhaktisiddhanta, he wrote bhajans, but he wrote more philosophy. Bhaktivinoda Thakur wrote a lot of bhajans, like that, like that. Many acharyas wrote bhajans. Of course, Narottam Das Thakur wrote a lot of bhajans. And the bhajan means that they're the cream of the cream. The essence of all philosophy is in all the bhajans, okay? In all the bhajans. For example, Krishna consciousness is like a university, and one Sanskrit scholar says that high school is like when we get a degree in Bhakti Shastri. Okay, like in Iskcon, there's a degree called Bhakti Shastri. You have to do, the Bhagavad Gita, then 4 other books like that, write an exam, that's called Bhakti Shastri. Then our bachelor's, after high school, we go to college, university. That is called doing a bachelor's of arts or science or music, what have you. That's called Bhakti Vibhav, okay? You do the Bhagavatam. Then after that, then you do a master's, Bhakti Vedanta. You do the Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then beyond that is the PhD. That's called Bhakti Sarvabhauma. Okay? These are degrees that are available in Iskcon if you go through all these books. But the key is that when we do bhajans, the bhajans, Jai Radha Madhava has the essence of all these scriptures. When you go deeply into these bhajans, like for example, there's some people do bhajan classes once a month. All these bhajans have the cream of all the philosophy that we have in all our books, okay? So if you go deeply into bhajans, then the philosophy of all the books will become crystal clear, okay? And therefore, it is to be understood that Lord Nityananda, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has a mission. The mission is that he comes here to deliver us. But Lord Nityananda understands Lord Chaitanya's mission even more so than Lord Chaitanya understands his own mission, okay? So you got that point? Lord Chaitanya has a mission. He knows what is to be done. But Lord Nityananda not only understands it, but excels Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his own mission. Okay? And that's why Lord Nityananda is more compassionate. He's called Kripa Avatar, more so than Lord Chaitanya himself. And Lord Nityananda has clung to the idea that he is a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, and so much so that he finds that being a devotee sevak is more relishable than being God himself, right? Like we all want to become God, right? We all want to become the top VIP, CEO, COO of our company, right? That's our goal sometimes, right? In a community, we want to become the best cook, you know? In community, we want to become the best kirtanier, right? That happens, you know? We have these desires, these hidden desires. Well, Lord Nityananda understands that in his mood of service, he gets more relish, more so than even Lord Chaitanya gets. And therefore, he's even more compassionate. So when we get this relish of Lord Nityananda, then we become more compassionate towards all other living entities. That's the secret behind the aspect of mercy, the embodiment of mercy. That's why Lord Nityananda is more merciful. What is the proof of that? It's called Taro Sakshi. This proof is given by Jiva Goswami. He says that those demons that Lord Rama kills, Lord Krishna later spares them. So in Krishna Leela, there's less killing that goes on than in Ram Leela. Okay? And then when Lord Krishna kills demons, Lord Chaitanya spares them. We see that there's actually virtually no killing. Okay, there was one attempt to Jugai Madai, but there's actually no killing in Lord Chaitanya's Leela. And then the so-called demons that Lord Chaitanya tries to kill, they're spared by none other than Lord Nityananda. And not only they're spared, but Lord Nityananda gives them Krishna Prema, right? Jugai Madai got Krishna Prema. Okay, you read about this in scriptures. They got Krishna Prema. They became first-class brahmanas from being murderers, plunderers, rapists, you know, burning, you know, doing everything you can imagine. They became the top most Mahabhagavats like that, thanks to the mercy of Lord Nityananda. It is said that Lord Nityananda, when he was hit, okay, I'm just fast-forwarding this, so please make sure, if you don't know the story, please read about it. These two drunkards, they're approached by Lord Nityananda and his associate Haridas Thakur. They said, chant the Hare Krishna mantra. But these people were so drunk that Madai picked up this this clay pot that was used as a wine pot, and he threw it and hit Lord Nityananda on the head. Okay? Now, who's Lord Nityananda? If you hit Lord Krishna on his head, will he start to bleed? Yes? No? And how many people think that Lord Krishna will start to bleed if you hit him? No, he won't? Okay, then how about Lord Nityananda? How many people think he will start to bleed? Yes? We know that he bled, right? So why did he bleed? The question is, why did he bleed, right? Lord Nityananda has a completely transcendental body, Satchidananda Vigraha. His body is non-different than Lord Krishna. Then why did he bleed? Anyone know why he bled? He bled because if he did not bleed or feign blood, then Lord Chaitanya would not have come, right? Because they saw, oh my goodness, Nitai is bleeding. We have to do something. We have to get someone. And that's Lord Chaitanya. We have to call his brother because he wants to know that this happened. Because it was Lord Chaitanya that told him to go out and Sankirtan, right? And this mishap happened. So they rushed to Lord Chaitanya. And then Lord Chaitanya came. When he saw this blood dripping from the head of Lord Nityananda, he came on the spot with the Sudarshan Chakra. So Nityananda had to feign bleeding, okay? He doesn't bleed, right? He cannot bleed, right? Doesn't bleed because he's got a completely transcendental body. So he did that because he was merciful, and that's how Jugai Madai got completely delivered like that, okay? Okay, now what is Srila Prabhupada's mercy? I know this is a bit heavy, but here's Srila Prabhupada's mercy because he's the embodiment. So one time, this pastime is that one devotee says, in 1977, this was a devotee that was in Gaudiya Math, okay? His guru was in Gaudiya Math. He said, my guru Maharaj heard that Srila Prabhupada, this is 1977, who had spread Krishna consciousness in the Western world, was somewhat ill and was staying in Vrindavan. So if you read the Prabhupada Leelamrita, you will read the last section on how Prabhupada left this planet, okay? He started getting ill around May of 1977, and he left on May 14th in Vrindavan Dham at 7:30 on May 14th, 1977. So this person, his Guru Maharaj said, you must go see Srila Prabhupada. He said, do you know Srila Prabhupada? I said, I had met him, but I didn't remember much. My Guru Maharaj said, you have to go immediately and take blessings from him. He is the expansion of Lord Nityananda. Nityananda himself is working through Srila Prabhupada. If you want the real mercy of Nityananda, then you go to Krishna Balaram temple where Prabhupada is staying. So this is a guru, not an Iskcon, who said to his disciple, you must go to Srila Prabhupada and get his mercy, like that. Okay? Second pastime. Now listen to this very carefully, okay, because this ties in even more deeper. This is from Chandramauli Swami. So Chandramauli Swami, some of you might know him. He's a sannyasi in Iskcon. He said this. This is in Prabhupada Anecdotes. So I'll say it slowly. Prabhupada talked about his bodily color. He said, my color is golden with a tinge of red. Okay? Prabhupada said that his body color is golden with a tinge of red. Maharaj says that if we search the scriptures, we will find that Lord Nityananda is gold with a red tint. Okay? Then Maharaj said, I don't want to say anything beyond that, but Prabhupada said that was his color. So you can decide what that means. Okay? All right. Okay, so the scriptures say that, Kanaka Dato. Kanak means golden. Krishna is blackish. Lord Chaitanya is golden, molten gold. And so is Lord Nityananda. That is body color. Okay, Lord Nityananda's color is also golden. And Lochan Das Thakur, who is another biography of Lord Chaitanya as Chaitanya Mangal, he says, Sunar Parvat. That is, if you look at the body of Lord Nityananda, it's like a completely golden mountain. Sunar Parvat. Like that. Okay, so to close, we'll just do some bhajan. And we'll finish up with a pastime. Okay? So this is a pastime from the book called the Chaitanya Bhagavat, and I shared this with you so you can pick up your devices if you have them. And this is what we shared in our thing in our communication. So some of you might not have this on your phones, or you might not receive this. You can share this with someone else. Okay. All right. So we'll just give a few seconds. So this is from a book called Chaitanya Bhagavat, and we'll sing this, okay, as a Hare Krishna bhajan. So we can do it all together. Okay. Oh, thank you. Hey, let's give a hand to Adya. Thank you, Adya. Okay, so here it is. This is one after that. Thank you. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Let's sing this. Bashe Nityananda Chaitanyera Prema Jale Shakti Hata Lakshamana Yena Rama Kole Bashe Nityananda Chaitanyera Prema Jale Prema Bhakti Bane Murcha Gile Nityananda Nityananda Kole Kari Khanda Gora Chandra Prema Bhakti Bane Murcha Gile Nityananda Kole Kari Khanda Gora Chandra Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So what this means is that the first Bashe Nityananda Chaitanya Rare Prema Jala. So in Ram Leela, Lord Lakshman was hit with an arrow, right? He was hit by Meghnad or Indrajit. But in the Lord Chaitanya Leela, he was also hit by an arrow. What is this arrow? Does anyone know what arrow Lord Nityananda was hit with in the Chaitanya Leela? Sorry? Oh, yes, he was actually hit by the arrow of the separation from Lord Chaitanya, right? Because Lord Nityananda appeared approximately, there's some controversy, but he appeared approximately 12 years before Lord Chaitanya, right? Like that, okay? So for those 12 years, and then for another 18 years, they did not meet, okay? So for 30 years, Lord Nityananda was separated from Lord Chaitanya. So that arrow of separation was much more fierce and painful than the arrow that he was hit by Megnath, okay? Like that, okay? So therefore, when he was wanting to meet, the first time that they met was in Navadip Dham, right? Has anyone been to the place where they met? So does anyone know that bhavan that's called? It's called the Nandacharya Bhavan. Okay, it's just a walk distance from the Mayapur temple. It's called Mayapur. Just down the road towards the Jalangi River. When you go to the Jalangi, you'll see on your left-hand side Nandacharya's house. Okay, he was a pure devotee. That's where Lord Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met for the first time in this earthly Leela. Okay, so it's a very special place. You should go there. They met there. Okay, and before meeting, Lord Nityananda was completely overcome with trembling. Because when he had all these separation, when we have separation, you know, sometimes when you separated from someone, especially like say someone leaves, unfortunately, then you start weeping, your hair stand on end, you miss that person, your mind is completely fixated on that person, especially leave and they're very dear to you. So Lord Nityananda had that emotion and he started trembling, but the devotees could not stop his trembling. But at the moment that Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and embraced him, you know, then with the tears of prema washed, coming from Lord Chaitanya, they completely washed Lord Nityananda's body, and therefore it's called prema, you know, yera prema jale. That is that he got abhishek to the tears of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through the separation. We'll do abhishek in a moment to Lord Nityananda. We'll get a chance to that. So just it says here that Lord Nityananda floats in the waters of Chaitanya's love, prema jal, just as Lakshman lay in the lap of Lord Ramachandra, Rama Kole. You know, when he was struck, then Lord Ramachandra held him, okay, after he was struck by the Shakti weapon. And then Nityananda loses consciousness, Murcha Gele, because of the arrow of love. When he got that from Prema Bhakti, then his trembling completely stopped. Okay, completely stopped like that. So it goes to show that Lord Nityananda misses Lord Chaitanya very much. Okay? Very much so. But only through getting the Prema Bhakti of Lord Nityananda, or Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, did his trembling completely stop. It's interesting because this is Lord Nityananda who holds all these universes on their head, right? Like when Lord Nityananda even holds Lord Ramachandra. When he comes on this universe, he holds Lord Ramachandra's head. But what he said at that time, who was holding Lord Nityananda? It was Lord Chaitanya. He was holding him because he was completely unconscious. So Lord Chaitanya held him on his lap. And similarly, when Lord Ramachandra held Lord Lakshman on his lap, it was a role reversal. Because normally it is, Sheshnag that holds Lord Vishnu. Vishnu coming as Lord Ramachandra, and Sheshnag as Nityananda holds him. But this was a reversal of the roles. So in Nityananda's Leela, many things happen that are difficult to understand because we have to go deep into Leela. So in closing, what makes Lord Nityananda the most happy is three things. Is that first, we sing very blissfully and loudly with our hearts. So in the moment, we'll have kirtan. So we urge all of you to please stand, dance, and sing your hearts out for the kirtan. And then also that we should surrender to chanting the Hare Krishna Mantra as a primary mission of Lord Chaitanya and make our lives successful at the time of leaving this planet. And surely we will achieve Krishna Prema. Hare Krishna. So with that, let's raise our arms in the air and chant 3 times the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra to get Lord Nityananda's mercy on his appearance day. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We have 2 minutes for questions. Any questions or comments? We're good? Yes? No? Okay. Oh, okay. Thank you, Prabhu. So the story is that in Ek Chakra Dham, so I didn't mention Nityananda. So in Ek Chakra Dham, which is about 4.5 hours north of Mayapur by drive, there's a place called Ek Chakra. And that is given the name Ek Chakra because if you remember in the battle of Kurukshetra, when Lord Krishna charged Bhim on his chariot, Bhishma Dev, pardon me, he charged him with a chariot, with a chakra, but it so happened that when he threw the chakra, it landed in this place called Ek Chakra. That's the name. So that wheel of the chariot Arjun landed there. So the Pandavas used to reside there during their Banbas, the last part of the Banbas. And at that time, what happened was that there was this demon called Bakasura. Okay, the demon of Bakasura was a very powerful demon. And every day he used to come and have his buffet. Okay? What is a buffet? Was that he used to take one person from your family and eat it. And then next down the road would be his other buffet. He would grab another person, and eat him. He was a man-eating demon, Bakasura. So everyone was very afraid what to do. So they chose, just cutting the story short, they chose Bhim to go and kill him. And then Bhim killed him, But Arjun was worried that maybe his elder brother, because out of brotherly love, he was not sure whether he could alone kill this demon. It says that actually when you go to this place called Echakradam, there's this kneecap of the demon still there, a fossilized kneecap. His kneecap is as big as this table. So you can imagine if that's just a kneecap, imagine how big the demon was, So what Arjun did is that he had many weapons, and one weapon was a snake weapon that he got from Lord Shiva. So he decided that while the fighting was going on, he would shoot this weapon. And by the time this weapon got there, somehow this demon was killed. But this weapon was not to be wasted. So therefore, this weapon turned into a very venomous snake. And the snake used to start to scare the local villagers. And the snake lived underneath the ground and would come out and, eat goats and sheep and like that. So when Lord Nityananda heard about this, when he became big, then he had 2 golden earrings, and with his one earring, he basically plugged the snake hole, and that snake got liberated and like that. So he didn't bother him. So that's why he has one earring suspended from his left ear. He took out this right earring and plugged the snake hole with this right earring like that. That's it. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Thank you for that question. So we'll stand up and anything else? Hari Bol. Lord Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Srila Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Ananta Kota Vaishnavi ki jai. Hare Krishna. So we can all stand and we'll do kirtan led by Adya, and we'll have a couple of pujaris. If I'm correct, they can hand out some flowers and abhishek flowers, and you can wash your hands as well. We can offer flowers to deities. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. Everyone, if it would be very nice if you could please line up for the Pushpanjali, Pushpa Abhishek. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Oh my gosh. Hare Krishna. Nadiyango drumi nityananda mahaja. Nadiyango Nadiyango drumi nityananda mahaja. Mahajan Patiyachinam Hatta Jivera Karan Patiyachinam Hatta Jivera Karan Shadavan Janhi, Shadavan Janhi, Shadavan Janhi, Shadavan Janhi, Shadavan Nadiyango dhrume nityananda mahaja. Nadiyango dhrume nityananda. Nadiyango dhrume nityananda mahaja. Nadiyango dhrume nityananda. Prabhu Ragyai Bhai Magi Bhiksha. Prabhu Ragyai Bhai Magi Bhiksha. Prabhu Ragyai Bhai Magi Bhiksha. Prabhu Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Guru Krishna Shiksha. Bolo Krishna Bhajo Krishna Guru Krishna Shiksha. Aparadha shunya hoy loho Krishna naam. Aparadha shunya hoy loho Krishna naam. Aparadha shunya hoy loho Krishna naam. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dana Pran. Krishna Mata, Krishna Pita, Krishna Dana Pran. Krishna Dar Samsara Koro Chariyana Cha. Krishna Dar Samsara Koro Krishna Dar Samsara Koro Chariyana Cha. Krishna Jividoya Krishna Nam Sarvadharma Sar. Jividoya Krishna Nam Sarvadharma Sar. Nadiyango dhrume nityananda mahaja. Nadiyango dhrume nityananda. Nadiyango dhrume nityananda mahaja. Nadiyango dhrume nityananda mahaja. गुरु में नित्यानंद महाजान पतियाचे नाम हात जीवेरा करा नाम हात जीवेरा करा पतियाचे नाम हात जीवेरा करा श्रद्धावान जन हे श्रद्धावान जन हे श्रद्धावान जन हे श्रद्धावान जन हे नादिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजान नादिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजान नादिया गोद्रु में नित्यानंद महाजान नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्ता स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य दिशतारिणे नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य दिशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य श्री अद्वैत गदाधर गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare. Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Jaya Jaya Nityananda Ram, Jaya Nityananda Ram, Nityananda Ram, Jaya 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 Nityananda Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hari, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hari, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hari, Nityananda Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hari, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hari, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Gaura Hari, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Nitai Gaur Sundara ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol. Mahaprasade Govinde, Mahaprasade Govinde, Namo Brahmane Vaishnave, Namo Brahmane Vaishnave, Sapapunyavatam Rajan, Vishwaya Sunavajayate, Vishwaya Sunavajayate, Sharira Vidyaja, Jyotindriya Tahikal, Jive Phele Vishesagare, Taramatya Jivati, Lobamoy Sudharmate, Take Chetai Katanam Samsari, Krishna Borodoyamai, Kari Bari Jiva Jai, Swaprasad Anadilo Bai, Swaprasad Anadilo Bai, say an Amrita Bhav, Shri Radha Krishna Gun Gao, Premita Ko Shri Chaitanya Nitai, Janimai Janitai, Janimai, Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Advaita Gadadhara, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Mahaprasad ki jai. Hare Krishna.